Today we are going over 5.7, which is writing polynomials using rational zeros. We're going to use these zeros to write these functions, so we're going to write them in standard form. So first we need to figure out what zeros are. Zeros are solutions or answers to our polynomials. For instance, say I have this binomial x plus 2. If I want to set that equal to 0, I would subtract 2 and I'd get x equals negative 2. Negative 2 is a solution or an answer. It's also known as a zero because we need to figure out what number can we put in for x that will make that polynomial add up to 0. So negative 2. What we're going to do is we're going to work backwards. So we're going to take our zeros, we're going to write them as binomials. So for instance, if we have negative 2 as a 0, we'd write that as a binomial of x plus 2. And then we'll multiply those out to be able to write these in standard form. Now we're going to deal with all positive and negative real numbers, okay, and whole numbers. So first I need to write my solutions or my zeros as binomials. So x plus 1 would be our binomial for x minus for negative 1, x minus 2, and then x minus 4. If I would set each one of these factors, x plus 1, x minus 2, and x minus 4 equal to 0, I would get these solutions, or these zeros. So now, I need to multiply these out. So first I'm going to multiply two of my binomials first. So I'm going to take x plus 1 times x minus 2. X times x is x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. 1 times x is 1x. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Now I'm going to combine these. So I would have x squared, combining my like terms, I'd have negative 1x minus 2. Now I need to take my trinomial here and I need to multiply it by my last binomial, x minus 4. And I'm going to multiply it by x squared minus x minus 2. So x times x squared is x to the third. X times negative x is negative x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. Then negative 4 times x squared is negative 4x squared. And if you notice, I'm writing them vertically, so I'm lining my like terms up. Negative 4 times negative x is positive 4x. And negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. So now I need to combine my like terms. So I've just combined my like terms up and down, and I would have my polynomial written in standard form. What you see a lot of times is that they'll give you this polynomial and they'll tell you to factor and solve it. So we would take this polynomial, factor it, and we'd end up getting these three factors, and then we'd set those factors equal to 0 and we get our solutions here. Okay. Remember, at any time you can always stop and pause this. And so if you'd like to stop, pause it, and work the next problem out, work this problem out, you can. I'm going to go ahead and work through this problem. So first, I need to write my factors. So I'm going to take my zeros and write them as binomials. So I'd have x plus 2 x minus 5 and x minus 7. Now I'm going to multiply my first two. X times x is x squared. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. 2 times x is positive 2x. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Combine those like terms. You have x squared minus 3x minus 10. Now I'm going to take that and multiply it by x plus 7, or I'm sorry, x minus 7, my last binomial there. So I'm going to distribute the x to all three of my terms in the trinomial. So I'd have x to the third minus 3x squared minus 10x. Then I'm going to distribute the negative 7 to all three terms in the trinomial. Negative 7 times x squared is negative 7x squared. Negative 7 times negative 3x is positive 21x. Negative 7 times negative 10 is positive 70. Last, I'll combine these and I'll be able to see, write my polynomial. So I'd have x to the third minus 10x squared plus 11x plus 7. 70. So we're writing this as a function, so I'd have f of x. Okay, remember, pause at any time if you'd like. Here's my zeros. I'm going to write them as binomials, so x plus 3, x minus 3, and x minus 2. So now I'm going to FOIL, or distribute, my first two polynomials, or you could do your last two. It does not matter. Okay? It does not matter the order that you do these in. Remember, multiplying, if we have three numbers like 1 times 2 times 3, well, that'll be 6. Well, if we change it around to 2 times 3 times 1, it'd still be 6. So I get x squared minus 3x. Now I'm going to distribute the 3. 3 times x is positive 3x minus 9. What do you notice about your like terms here? They cancel out. So I'd have x squared minus 9. Now I have to multiply that by my last binomial, x minus 2. Now this will be important to line up like terms. So x times x squared is x to the third. X times negative 9 is negative 9x. If you notice, I'm leaving a space here because usually this is where x squared would be. Negative 2 times x squared is negative 2x squared. So now I can line that up. Okay, and negative 2 times negative 9 is positive 18. Well, that doesn't have a like term. So I'd have x to the third minus 2x squared minus 9x plus 18. And that is a function, so I'd write f of x equals. There is my polynomial. We've worked backwards. We've taken it from our solutions, or our zeros. We put them as binomial factors, and then we multiplied them out to put them in standard form. That is all for today. I hope you guys have a great day.